Once upon a time, a young mother sat up late at night with her small daughter.
The mother was very tired and very sad,
For the child was sick.
and she feared it would die this night.
Sleep, was my joy. Sleep was my delight. Sleep was my hope of golden. Is somebody there?
I hate to bother you, miss, but I am cold and I am very weary from my journey. Might I ask to warm myself by your fire?
Of course. I have very little, but you're welcome to rest a while.
You are very kind. The wind has teeth tonight.
Have we been traveling far?
Quite a distance, and I have many miles yet to go.
Perhaps you would like some tea.
Would like that very much.
I just warmed some. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. Your child is beautiful. How old?
Just 4 months. I'm afraid for her life. She's so ill and so small. For 3 days I haven't slept. I barely closed my eyes for fear that death would take her. All I want is to see her live a long and happy life.
It is the rare life that is both long and happy.
Perhaps she'll be one of the rare ones.
Perhaps.
You don't suppose, do you, that God will let me keep her in his mercy? Forgive me. I am so tired.
Rest. I will take care of your daughter.
Thank you.
And the mother had barely spoken the words when her eyes closed.
Her head drooped, and she fell asleep. She dreamt of a bright and golden place, filled with all sorts of flowers. A summer day.
Her child was laughing and running through a field thick with butterflies.
I'm sorry. I must have fell asleep. Sir? Are you there?
But the man was gone.
And so was her daughter.
Come back! You cannot take her! Come back!
She rushed out into the frigid air without stopping to even grab a coat.
But there was no sign of the traveler or her child.
Only the cold, starlit night.
You there! Have you seen a man pass by with a child in his arms?
I see everything, but that was no man. That was death. He is faster than the wind, and what he takes he never returns.
Then I shall be faster still. Tell me, where did he go?
You hope to chase down death.
I will. Tell me where he went, and I shall be faster than the wind.
And what price will you pay for such knowledge?
I have no money. I am poor, and
I have no need of your money. I am night, and I have no care for your sorrow either. I ask again, what price will you pay for my knowledge?
What does the night want from me?
I am vast, and I see the whole world, but I have never felt a mother's love. I am feared, child. I am dreaded, but never cared for. Sing me the songs you sing to your daughter, and I will tell you what I know.
Of course. Any song or
All of them.
all of my songs.
Every song you sing to your daughter. I want them all.
But that will take hours. Even now death is hastening away.
You have heard my price. Sing.
Of course.
night.
They would have seen the very stars shine brighter, drawn nearer with curiosity and wonder.
More!
And although the night was cold and dark, she felt love.
More!
And the mother sang until her voice cracked and her fingers burned from the frost.
More!
I have sang every song I know. Surely the night has heard enough.
Has your daughter? Has anyone ever heard enough so that they need hear no more? Has anyone ever felt enough love that they never need feel it again?
It has been hours, and I paid your price. Where does death take my child?
Where he takes everyone, to the other shore.
And where's that?
Follow the road out of town until you reach a dark forest of fir trees. He passes that way.
But he's so far ahead now, I will never catch him.
Death will reach the other shore at dawn, but I will keep the dawn at bay for you as long as I can. Even the night is bound by natural law. But you have warmed my cold heart, and I will help you as I may.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The mother hastened away as quickly as she could. While the stars refused to take their normal course across the sky and time stood still, she came at last to an ancient forest of fir trees, filled with snow and icicles. But Death's tracks were everywhere in the snow. Everywhere she looked, she saw his passing.
He has been everywhere. Where does he go now? Has anyone seen death?
All that live have seen death, for we are untouched by his passing. Even in the deepest winter, we are green and strong.
Speak for yourself.
Don't listen to him. He's a mere thorn bush. Tiny, food for deer. We have seen them snack on him. Shameful.
Thornbush, have you seen death? Did he pass this way?
I saw him. I know where he went.
Tell me.
Of course, but I have a price.
Here we go.
Will you tell me where death took my child?
I don't care where death went. I look the sky. I am tall and mighty. I am tall and mighty as well.
I saw him with your child. I know where he went. Just pay my price.
What is your price?
You see, in the warm summer, I am green and beautiful and everyone loves me. My flowers are adored by lovers and butterflies alike. My leaves are tender and sweet.
For the deer.
But in the winter, I am alone and shorn of all my beauty.
I keep telling him they need to be strong. Hold on to his leaves.
I can't do it.
Because he is weak. He spends too much time growing and flowering that he forgets to protect himself. We keep on trying to help him, but he just won't listen. He's not very good fir tree, to be honest.
That's because I'm not a fir tree at all.
That's simply because you're not trying hard enough.
Thornbush, what do you ask of me?
The winter has been darker and colder than any I have seen. The soil beneath me is frozen, and my roots are not deep enough. I fear I may not endure to see the spring again. But if you embrace me, the warmth of your love might give me some small measure of strength.
Don't do it. He's full of thorns, can't you see?
You simply want me to hold you.
Yes?
But your thorns will prick me and I will bleed.
They will, yes.
But a mother is used to suffering for her love.
So she embraced the thorn bush.
His thorns pierced her skin.
And great drops of her blood fell upon the snow.
And although it pained her and cut her, she held the thorn bush tightly.
A little longer, please.
And she held.
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 Yes, thank you.
and where her warm blood fell upon the cold earth, the ground thawed.
The ground is thawed. My roots can reach the water again.
And even though it was the darkest night of winter,
You're beautiful.
Thank you. Take a flower, that it might light your way.
Where does death take my child?
If you head north, you'll come to a vast lake. Death will take your child to its other shore.
Thank you.
Her voice was sore from singing. The scrapes on her skin burned where the night air kissed her.
but she walked on.
And came at length to a great dark lake which held neither ship nor boat.
Even in the deepest winter, the water had not froze.
And the other shore was so distant that the mother could scarcely perceive it.
There was no way across.
It must be near dawn. There must be a way.
So the mother knelt and
Began
to drink, hoping perhaps for a miracle.
Foolish woman, what are you doing?
I am trying to reach my child.
Is it lost beneath my waters? I have claimed many children. They sink so easily.
No, death has taken her to your other shore.
Ah,
And I must get across.
and you thought to drink me?
I have no boat. I cannot swim. Your water is not frozen enough to walk across. This is the only way.
Ha 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 ha! You are tiny. You are like the merest water bug to me. You might as well go and try and eat the sun. You will not drink me. Do you know how many of your kind I have swallowed? Slip beneath my waters and I will show them to you.
But the mother kept drinking
And drinking.
as the lake watched.
I want you to consider how large your stomach is and how great and immense I am. Gaze upon me. I am vast.
I have drank larger lakes in the past.
What? Where? You lie.
Believe what you will.
Which lake?
They don't exist anymore. You are a mere puddle in comparison.
A puddle? Look at me. Look.
Sorry, I'm busy.
Stop that. I said stop that.
I must tell you, you are the finest lake I've ever drank. Your water is quite fresh.
Well, I know it's fresh. My mother was a glacier.
I feel that I could drink all night.
Woman, you must stop. This will kill you.
Then it will kill me.
Have it your way.
My body shall rest upon your shore, and your waters will never be pure again.
Very well. I will take you across. I cannot bear to see you die here senselessly.
Thank you.
But there is a price.
Name it.
I am a great collector of pearls.
I have no pearls.
What you do? Your eyes are the finest pearls I've ever seen.
You want my eyes?
Weep them away into my waters, and I'll take you to the other shore, where death keeps his garden. There you may find your child and prevail on death. But I warn you, none have ever returned this way.
But I need my eyes.
That is the price.
Perhaps I will continue drinking and...
Woman, look to the east. Do you not see that light? Dawn is breaking, and it would take you 1,000 years to drink my water. Death will be here at any moment with your child.
Even though the lake spoke the truth,
Even though the night held back the dawn as long as she could,
her strength was waning.
and the sun was on its way.
If I give you my eyes, I will never behold my daughter's face again.
Never.
And with that thought, the mother wept and wept and wept.
In her eyes, 2 pearls fell into the lake and were lost within its waters.
The lake was true to its word and gathered the woman up in its wave.
It lifted her as a child might lift a toy.
Soon, she was on the other shore, where death kept his garden.
And there stood the most beautiful building house of
death.
Is someone there?
Yes?
I said, is someone there?
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
I have wept my eyes into the lake.
Yeah, that happens.
Are you an angel?
No.
What are you then?
Lots of questions.
I'm sorry. I am looking for my child. Death has carried her away and is bringing her back here.
He does that.
And I need to stop him.
Oh, I see. You're going to stop Death from taking your child, are you? Good luck.
Can you help me?
Do you know how many mothers have tried to stop Death from taking their babies? Do you? All of them.
Well, have any made it here?
I'll give you that. You're the first.
So there might be a way.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Inside this greenhouse is a flower for every living person. Inside each flower beats a heart. Although you are blind, you may recognize your daughter's heartbeat. Find that flower, and there may be a way to stop death.
How?
I have told you much because I like your face. But if I'm to tell you more, I require a price.
Of course, though I have given nearly everything I have tonight.
Not everything.
What is your price?
Your youth.
Is that all? Take it.
It has been so very long since I was young. I did not appreciate it the first time.
Go ahead. Take it.
And the old woman grasped the mother's hand.
This is amazing!
Please, show me the way.
Oh, of course! I need a mirror!
You said that you would help me.
I did. And I am true to my word. Come with me.
And the mother, now old and blind, came at last to the greenhouse of death.
There was profusion of life within that place.
Trees and flowers grew together.
Daffodils, roses, lilacs, by yokes.
Each plant had a name.
Each plant belonged to one soul. And within each plant, a heart beat.
There were millions,
Billions.
but at last,
This is it. This is my daughter's plant. It feels terribly small and as the others, but I know her heart.
Do not touch it anymore! But wait and hear it. When death returns with your child, he will seek to pull it from the soil. Do not let him. Seize another plant and threaten to pull that one out in the same manner. Death must answer to God for every life he takes. He will be afraid.
And then what?
And then, it's up to you. I had forgotten what this is like, to be free from pain. He comes! Be ready!
What are you doing here?
You may not recognize me, but
I know you. I know everyone.
you have my child in your arms.
How did you get here faster than me?
I am a mother.
You do not belong here. You have many years left before I come for you. Decades. Step aside.
No!
Woman, there is no recourse for you here.
Step 1 foot closer and I shall rip this plant from the soil.
and if death is afraid, He did not show it, though the old woman had spoken the truth.
You don't know what you're doing.
I know you must answer to God for every life you take.
True.
Let my child be. Let her live.
And you would take someone's life to save your daughters? You would make another mother as unhappy as you?
I do not wish to, but...
Then let me show you what you hold in your hands. Let me show you this life.
And although the woman no longer had eyes, she saw.
It appeared before her like a ribbon of light.
He was a boy.
Thomas.
About the same age as her daughter.
His whole life stretched before her all at once. Every moment, every year, every decade, every second.
His first step, holding on to his mother's hand. The warm summer breeze on his face in a field filled with butterflies. And these things at 6 years old. And looking on at night, he falls from the tree. As a young man, his heart flutters. He looks into a girl's eyes. His first kiss under a moon so bright it might be a diamond. He proposes. The whole town at his wedding, dancing until the dawn. Then, the birth of his first son. A second, a daughter. Life goes faster, the time goes quicker. A life in town, a career as an innkeeper, is a blessing to all who meet him. Kind and strong. A grandchild is on the way. Almost old enough to have a grandchild. Maybe gathers around the world as it is. The love in his wife's eyes. A look in the mirror. Who is this old man? The light on his face is a light of laughter and joy. A second grandchild, a third, a fourth, a fifth, 60 years, 70, 80, the sun comes up.
The sun comes up!
The sun comes up! It is so much!
Yes, and you would trade that life to save your daughters.
No! Why does one child get so much life and the other gets so little?
Someday that may be clear to you.
I want that for my daughter. I want her to have all those days, the sunrises, the bee stings, a first kiss, a wedding, nights by the fire, a house full of grandchildren and laughter, a life. She just began.
I know.
She just started and you will take her? It's not fair. Where's my plant? Take mine instead. I've had 25 years. That's enough.
You have so many years left.
I don't want them. I want my daughter to have them.
Woman, no, you cannot.
I have spent the whole night. I have given everything to make it here. I thought I had spent all my tears.
It's time to go home.
There is no home without her.
Then go to your house and sit by your own fire. The night is cold.
The woman then slumped to the ground, old and blind. Her skin ached where she'd been cut. Her voice was ragged.
When had she slept last? But she heard a sound.
Somewhere above. And a thought occurred to her.
I gave you tea.
You did.
I was kind to you.
Yes,
were cold and tired from your journey, and I comforted you.
That is true.
Are there many who are kind to death?
You were the first. I will give you a choice.
A choice.
I can restore everything you have lost tonight. Your eyes, your youth, your blood, or I can give you back your daughter.
I will take my daughter.
Think about what you are saying.
This is the price for every mother. Tears, blood, youth. I will pay it.
So be it. She is yours. Take care of her.
I will.
And in the town, it was often remarked that how strange it was that such an old and blind woman was caring for such a young child.
And yet, the woman lived.
And the child lived.
Year after year, she felt everything in her heart that her daughter experienced. The sound of her steps running from room to room, the perfume of a field of dazzling flowers, the taste of cold water on a hot day. And still the mother lived and lived and lived until... I'm in love!
Of course you are.
You think it's funny.
No, no. You are in love.
He's the kindest man I've ever met. And the way he looks at me,
I know the way young men look at young women.
my heart jumps when I see him. He's in all my thoughts. I think I might wish to marry him. You think I am foolish.
No, you are young. It is good to be in love.
I never want to leave you.
You probably will. You'll get married and have your own children.
You must meet him. You will love him too.
We'll see. Does this boy have a name?
Thomas, are you all right?
I know him. He's a good choice.
And her daughter and Thomas danced on their wedding night, and the happy bride held a bouquet of the most beautiful flowers, gathered from one extraordinary thorn bush in the forest. And though the mother had no eyes, she saw it all in her heart.
And life went on, moving quicker now. The birth of her first grandson.
A second, a granddaughter.
Nights spent at her daughter's inn, listening to the songs sung by the fire. Travelers from around the world.
A great-grandchild, a third, fourth, a fifth.
And although the old and blind woman seemed as ancient as the stones, she never seemed to get any older. The joke in town was because
She was a close personal friend of death.
Until one warm summer night, many, many years later.
Hello.
Is it time?
It's time.
You told me once that it is rare to live a life both long and happy.
I did.
I think I had one of those rare ones.
I know.
Well then,
You know, I'm not in any rush.
would you like some tea?
I would love some.
And they sat by the fire all night long, two old friends.
Until it was time
To go.